The obstacle's the path. This famous quote from the legendary martial arts philosopher Lao Tzu carries with it a profound truth that can serve as a guiding light in our lives. It's a simple statement with far-reaching implications, urging us to reframe our perspective on challenges, failures, and setbacks, which are an inevitable part of the human experience. In our fast-paced world, where success is often glorified and failure is stigmatized, it's easy to view obstacles as burdens or even curses. We find ourselves envying those who seem to sail through life without a care in the world, while we grapple with our own struggles. However, this envy can be a double-edged sword, leading to feelings of resentment and self-pity. Lao Tzu's wisdom invites us to break free from this cycle. He reminds us that within every obstacle, every challenge, there exists a valuable lesson waiting to be discovered. The key, he suggests, is to change the way we perceive these experiences. Instead of cursing the darkness, we can choose to see the inherent opportunities for growth they present. But how do we make this shift in perspective? How can we turn what seems like a curse into a blessing? In this video, we'll delve deep into the essence of Lao Tzu's words, exploring how we can embrace adversity as a teacher, learn from its lessons, and ultimately emerge stronger and wiser. So let's embark on this transformative journey together. In the tapestry of life, challenges and setbacks are not mere threads of misfortune. They are the very warp and weft that hold the fabric of our growth and resilience. Yet far too often we find ourselves cursing these obstacles, wishing for a life free from their clutches. But what if the solution to this predicament lies not in cursing the darkness, but in seeking the inherent opportunities for growth within it? As Lao Tzu wisely observed, the obstacle is the path. To understand this concept fully, we must first shed our societal conditioning. Our culture often portrays success as a linear progression, a storybook journey from point A to point Z, devoid of setbacks and failures. However, real life doesn't adhere to this fairy tale narrative. It's a messy, unpredictable ride filled with twists and turns that can lead us off course. It's easy to feel disheartened when confronted with these detours, especially in an age where social media often amplifies the feeling of falling behind. The relentless pursuit of excellence can turn into a double-edged sword. While striving for success is admirable, an unhealthy obsession with it can morph into a curse. We might find ourselves constantly comparing our imperfect progress to others, leading to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. In such moments, it's crucial to remember that we're not merely passengers on this journey called life. We are the navigators charting our own unique course. The so-called obstacles, the failures, the rejections, the heartbreaks, they are not roadblocks. They are signposts directing us towards our true north, albeit in ways we may not always understand or appreciate in the moment. Consider the winding path of a river. It doesn't resent the rocks and boulders in its path. Instead, it flows around them, adapting its course to the natural terrain. Similarly, we must learn to navigate the twists and turns of life with grace and resilience. Obstacles are not meant to be conquered through brute force or sheer willpower. They are meant to be understood, respected, and integrated into our journey. Moreover, viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth can transform our mindset. When faced with a challenge, instead of cursing our bad luck, we can choose to investigate the situation. Why did we fail? What can we learn from this experience? By adopting this approach, we turn potential curses into blessings. We become proactive participants in shaping our future rather than passive victims of circumstances. This paradigm shift is not just a matter of positive thinking. It's a conscious choice to reframe our experiences, to find meaning and value in them, even when they seem less than ideal. It is about recognizing that our perceptions shape our reality and choosing to focus on the lessons and opportunities that lie within our struggles. So how do we put this philosophy into practice? One way is through cultivating a growth mindset. This mindset, popularized by the Stanford University psychologist Carol Duquette, emphasizes the idea that our abilities and intelligence are not fixed traits, but rather malleable qualities that can be developed through dedication and hard work. Embracing a growth mindset allows us to view challenges not as threats to our ego, but as stepping stones on our journey to mastery. Another way to put this philosophy into practice is through mindfulness. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice helps us to detach from the incessant chatter of our minds that often magnifies our problems and minimizes our potential. Through mindfulness, we cultivate a sense of inner calm that enables us to approach challenges with a clear and focused mind. Furthermore, surrounding ourselves with the right people can significantly impact our ability to embrace adversity as a teacher. Mentors, friends, and family members who believe in our growth and support our endeavors can provide invaluable encouragement and guidance. By nurturing these relationships, we create a safety net of sorts that allows us to take risks, learn from our mistakes, and bounce back quickly when faced with adversity. However, it's essential to recognize that embracing adversity as a teacher is not a one-size-fits-all approach. Each person's journey is unique, and what works for one may not necessarily work for another. Some may find solace in religion or spirituality, while others may draw strength from their personal values and beliefs. The key is to discover what provides you with the necessary perspective and resilience to navigate life as inevitable ups and downs. In conclusion, The Obstacle is the Path offers a profound perspective on how we respond to the adversities of life. As Lao Tzu suggested, our struggles are not mere burdens to be cursed, but opportunities for growth to be embraced. By reframing our mindset, adopting a growth-oriented perspective, and nurturing a supportive network, we can transform challenges into valuable life lessons. Remember, it's not what happens to us, but how we choose to respond that truly defines our journey. So the next time you face an obstacle, don't curse your fate. Instead, become a student of your experiences and learn from them. For within every challenge lies a hidden opportunity for growth and transformation. The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu once said, "By letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. But when you try, the world is beyond the winning." These words carry with them a deep wisdom that challenges our conventional understanding of success and failure. They invite us to examine our relationship with effort, control, and the elusive nature of achievement. When we hear the phrase, "let it go," it might evoke images of surrender or passivity. However, Lao Tzu is not advocating for a lack of action or engagement with the world. Rather, he's suggesting a shift in our approach to problem solving and goal setting. In our fast-paced, achievement-oriented culture, it's common to think that success is the result of sheer effort and determination. We're often told to push harder, aim higher, and never give up. And while these mantras have their place, they can also lead to a detrimental level of obsession and stress. Lao Tzu reminds us that there's a point at which trying and trying again can become counterproductive. He uses the metaphor of winning the world to illustrate this concept. The world, in this context, represents our goals, aspirations, and desires. Those who let it go are not passive observers, but individuals who trust in a higher order, a belief that there is a natural flow to life that, when respected, leads to fulfillment. This doesn't mean that they don't care or lack ambition. It means they've reached a level of detachment where they let go of the need to control the outcome. They've put in the effort, done their best, and now they're willing to step back and allow things to unfold naturally. So how do we strike this balance between striving for success and letting go of the need to control the outcome? One way is to cultivate a sense of inner peace and acceptance. This can be achieved through practices like meditation, yoga, or simply taking time for quiet reflection. By calming the constant chatter of our minds, we create space for a deeper, more intuitive understanding of ourselves and our goals. Another approach is to redefine success on our own terms. We can move away from the societal pressure of achieving a certain level of material wealth, fame, or recognition, and instead focus on what truly matters to us. Perhaps success for us means living authentically, contributing to our communities, or simply living a life that brings us joy and fulfillment. Furthermore, embracing flexibility and adaptability in our approach to life can be key. We might not always have control over the circumstances we find ourselves in, but we can control how we respond and adapt. By developing a growth mindset and a willingness to learn from our experiences, we can navigate life's uncertainties with greater ease and resilience. In conclusion, Lao Tzu's words challenge us to rethink our relationship with effort, control, and achievement. They remind us that there is wisdom in knowing when to let go and trusting in the natural order of things. By embracing inner peace, redefining success on our own terms, and cultivating flexibility, we can move closer to a state of effortless action, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Remember, sometimes the most successful path is the one that meanders, adapting to the ever-changing terrain of life rather than stubbornly sticking to an unrealistic ideal.